In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on March 16, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Iowa State versus Houston. The anticipation is palpable as the grand stage is meticulously set for the climactic showdown of the Big 12 Conference Tournament Finals, scheduled for Saturday evening. A riveting clash awaits between the formidable top-seeded Houston Cougars and the resilient 7th-seeded Iowa State Cyclones. Both teams have demonstrated their mettle, navigating their way through the tournament bracket to earn this coveted opportunity. The Houston Cougars showcased their prowess in the semifinals by securing a commanding 82-59 victory over the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Their stellar performance underscored their dominance on both ends of the court. Meanwhile, the Iowa State Cyclones entered the finals buoyed by a convincing 76-62 triumph over the Baylor Bears in the semifinal matchup. The Cyclones exhibited tenacity and skill, proving their mettle against formidable opposition. Notably, these two programs have crossed paths twice during the regular season, with each team emerging victorious once, setting the stage for an intriguing rematch. In the semifinal showdown, the Houston Cougars left no doubt about their championship credentials with a resounding display against the Texas Tech Red Raiders. They showcased unwavering defensive intensity throughout the game, effectively stifling their opponents' offensive efforts. However, it was their second half surge that truly underscored their dominance, outscoring Texas Tech by a staggering 50-30 margin. The Cougars exhibited remarkable efficiency on the offensive end, shooting at a commendable 49.2% overall, including an impressive 1-2 for 2-8 from beyond the arc. Moreover, they asserted their dominance in the paint and on the boards, exemplifying their all-around prowess. Similarly, the Iowa State Cyclones delivered a commanding performance in their semifinal encounter against the Baylor Bears. Employing a combination of stifling defense and proficient shooting, they held their opponents to under 40% shooting from the field. Their prowess from beyond the arc was particularly noteworthy, as they connected on 1-0 of 2-0 3-point attempts, while also effectively containing Baylor's perimeter threats. Despite facing a significant rebounding deficit, the Cyclones capitalized on their scoring opportunities in the paint and emerged victorious in the turnover battle, showcasing their resilience and adaptability. Having split their regular season meetings, both teams are well acquainted with each other's strengths and strategies. In their most recent encounter on February 19th, the Houston Cougars emerged triumphant with a hard-fought 73-65 victory, despite a valiant effort from the Iowa State Cyclones. Despite facing adversity, the Cougars displayed composure and resilience, ultimately securing the win and maintaining their unblemished record. As the championship showdown beckons, expectations are high for another compelling contest between these two formidable adversaries. The Houston Cougars, buoyed by their stellar defensive prowess and offensive versatility, are poised to assert their dominance once again. With a conference title on the line, they are primed to deliver a resolute performance and emerge victorious. While both teams have secured their spots in the NCAA tournament, the pride and prestige associated with clinching the conference title add an extra layer of motivation for the competitors. The Houston Cougars' disciplined approach and defensive fortitude make them the favorites heading into the championship clash. Armed with a relentless defensive mindset and superior rebounding ability, they are well equipped to stifle the offensive onslaught of the Iowa State Cyclones. Moreover, their extensive postseason experience and penchant for forcing turnovers further bolster their chances of emerging victorious. So the Houston Cougars to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. While the Houston Cougars are favored to prevail, the Iowa State Cyclones are not to be underestimated. Known for their resilience and defensive prowess, they are poised to challenge their opponents at every turn. With their stout perimeter defense and ability to force turnovers, they pose a formidable threat to the Cougars' offensive aspirations. Expect a hard-fought battle characterized by strategic prowess and relentless determination. In terms of offensive output, both teams are likely to encounter significant challenges against each other's staunch defensive units. The Houston Houston Cougars, despite their recent success, have grappled with injuries to key players, which have impacted their scoring potential. Head coach Kelvin Sampson's emphasis on defensive solidity has translated into a team that prioritizes defensive efficiency over offensive firepower. As a result, both teams are expected to engage in a defensive slugfest, with scoring opportunities likely to be at a premium. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Marquette versus Connecticut. A year has swiftly passed since these formidable teams collided on the grand stage of the Big East semifinals. Now, the anticipation mounts as they prepare to meet once more in the illustrious Madison Square Garden Arena. The forthcoming clash pits the number 3 Marquette Golden Eagles, boasting a commendable record of 25 wins and 8 losses, against the number 1 Connecticut Huskies, who have amassed an impressive 30 victories against only 3 defeats. This time, however, the stakes are heightened as they vie not for a mere spot in the finals but for the coveted conference title, marking the third occasion these esteemed programs cross paths. In their prior encounters, Connecticut emerged triumphant, securing victories with scores of 81-53 and 64-67, respectively. The Connecticut Huskies entered this pivotal moment in the Big East tournament final brimming with confidence, propelled by a formidable blend of strategic offense and staunch defense that has defined their season. Their offensive prowess, averaging an impressive 81 points per game, coupled with a remarkable 49.2% shooting accuracy from the field, positions them among the elite in offensive efficiency. Furthermore, their defensive capabilities are equally formidable, conceding a mere 64 points per game, a testament to their ability to thwart opposing attacks effectively. Notably, the Huskies excel in rebounding, averaging 32.8 boards per game, while their defensive statistics shine with a commendable 39.8% field goal defense. Beyond mere scoring, Connecticut's balanced approach emphasizes the creation of a defensive stronghold that few adversaries can breach. With KenPom's adjusted tempo rating strategically aligning them for a controlled pace, the Huskies' methodical execution on both ends of the court establishes them as a formidable force, deserving contenders for the crown in this high-stakes encounter. For the Connecticut Huskies, the memory of their last defeat prior to their triumphant national title campaign lingers, a loss suffered at the hands of Marquette in the Big East tournament. Since then, they have carried with them a singular focus, fueled by the vision of hoisting the Big East tournament trophy aloft. Saturday night presents an opportunity for the Huskies to fulfill this long-standing aspiration as they stand on the brink of claiming the coveted hardware that narrowly eluded their grasp in 2023. It is against this backdrop of determination and past victories that Connecticut, having previously swept aside the Golden Eagles, is poised to assert their dominance once more. The absence of Tyler Kolek further strengthens their position, considering the Huskies' resounding victory of 28 points over a fully equipped Marquette squad in Hartford. While the Golden Eagles have showcased unwavering resilience throughout the season, led by the astute guidance of Shaka Smart, underestimating them in the crucible of March Madness would be imprudent. Nonetheless, the Huskies appear resolute, driven by a palpable sense of purpose. Despite facing moments of uncertainty in previous encounters, particularly against St. John's, Connecticut is poised to approach this championship clash with unwavering focus, with the tantalizing prospect of securing the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament still within reach. It is my belief that Connecticut will ultimately fulfill their quest for glory, solidifying their status as favorites to emerge victorious. So the Connecticut Huskies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. As anticipation mounts for the championship clash between Connecticut and Marquette, expectations are rife for an electrifying spectacle that transcends the anticipated total points line. This prognostication is grounded in the offensive prowess of both teams and the frenetic pace at which they operate. Connecticut's formidable offense, averaging an impressive 81 points per game, juxtaposed with Marquette's commendable 79 points, sets the stage for a high-octane scoring exhibition. Noteworthy is the Huskies' remarkable 49.2% field goal efficiency, mirrored by the Golden Eagles' respectable 48.4%, underscoring the potential for a flurry of points. Furthermore, KenPom's adjusted tempo metrics project a matchup characterized by swift possessions, indicative of an accelerated pace conducive to a higher total score. The propensity of both teams to engage in a tit-for-tat scoring duel, leveraging their offensive strengths, renders over the projected total our full game total pick. NC State versus North Carolina. The culmination of the Atlantic Coast Conference Tournament marks the end of an exhilarating journey for the 2023-2024 college basketball season, as two formidable rivals from Tobacco Road prepare to clash for the coveted automatic bid to March Madness, set against the backdrop of the nation's capital. It's a showdown of epic proportions as the 10th-seeded NC State Wolfpack squares off against the top-seeded number 4 North Carolina Tar Heels under the bright lights of Saturday night. NC State's remarkable journey continued with a stunning upset over third-seeded Virginia, clinching a 73-65 victory in overtime during the semifinals on Friday night. Against the odds, they emerged victorious, defying expectations as a 2.5-point underdog. Meanwhile, North Carolina secured their spot in the finals by defeating fourth-seeded Pitt with a score of 72-65 in their semifinal clash, albeit failing to cover the spread by the narrowest of margins, falling short as a 7.5-point favorite. Throughout the history of matchups between these two programs, the Tar Heels have maintained a commanding lead with a record of 120 wins to NC State's 59, and this season has seen North Carolina emerge triumphant in both encounters, including a decisive 79-70 home victory in their most recent meeting on March 2nd. For NC State, the journey to this point has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride, marked by a remarkable resurgence after a lackluster performance in the final stretch of the regular season. With 4 consecutive victories in as many days, they've defied the odds, but the looming presence of the Tar Heels casts a shadow over their aspirations. Having suffered defeat in both previous encounters this season, including a recent loss on the road in Chapel Hill, NC State faces significant challenges, particularly in matching up against the size and dominance of players like Ingram and Baycott. The disparity in rebounding prowess further compounds their concerns. As the showdown approaches, all eyes are on Davis, the standout player donning the Tar Heel blue jersey, whose exceptional talent could tip the scales decisively in North Carolina's favor. This forthcoming clash marks the second meeting between these two teams this season, with North Carolina aiming to capitalize on their previous triumph, a commanding 67-54 road victory over NC State on January 10th. Undoubtedly, the looming battle underscores the formidable prowess of the North Carolina squad, which has consistently demonstrated its mettle on the court. While NC State's narrow victory over Virginia provided a glimmer of hope, it pales in comparison to the formidable challenge posed by North Carolina's defense, ranked 6th in the nation and conceding a mere 93 points per 100 possessions. In stark contrast to the struggles against Virginia, NC State now faces a formidable opponent in North Carolina, whose offensive capabilities far surpass those of their previous adversaries. With an impressive streak of 8 consecutive victories, boasting an average margin of victory exceeding 13 points, North Carolina enters the final showdown brimming with confidence. The disparity in form between the two teams suggests an uphill battle for NC State, with North Carolina poised to extend their winning streak and assert their dominance. As the clock ticks down, the likelihood of a Cinderella story for NC State diminishes, paving the way for a resounding victory for the Tar Heels. So the North Carolina Tar Heels to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Throughout the season, NC State has showcased an offensive prowess that has often translated into high-scoring affairs. With 20 out of 35 games surpassing the total points mark, their offensive efficiency has been a defining feature. Yet, despite their offensive firepower, they face a formidable challenge in North Carolina, whose defensive resilience poses a significant obstacle. With North Carolina's track record of limiting opponents' scoring opportunities, the likelihood of a high-scoring encounter diminishes. In contrast to NC State's offensive prowess, North Carolina's offensive capabilities present a formidable challenge, capable of racking up points with ease. Their efficiency on the offensive end, coupled with a penchant for high-tempo play, suggests a potential mismatch for NC State's defensive efforts. With the first meeting between the two teams yielding 121 points and the second producing 149, the stage is set for a closely contested battle. However, with NC State potentially fatigued from their previous exertions and North Carolina's stout defense poised to make an impact, the prospect of the game falling short of the projected total looms large. As such, reflecting the anticipated defensive prowess of the Tar Heels and the potential for a lower scoring affair, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.